Presenting the group, the Minister of Political and Public Affairs, Honorable Kemosise, said that after the President's gracious meeting with the homecoming diasporans at State House, the group called on his office for a meeting with the President. Briefing the President on their visit, the Chairman, Sierra Leone Central Union Netherlands, Abubakar Bangura, expressed delight to be at State House, presenting the Union of Sierra Leoneans in Holland. He affirmed that their union is an inclusive one of all political parties and individuals. The chairman informed President Koroma that they are very happy as a union with the support they are receiving, especially from the Office of the Diaspora. On the Ebola outbreak, he reminded the president that they sent in a lot of humanitarian support and medicine to the government. Mr. Bangura said their visit is to organize a diaspora conference where they will establish a diaspora policy, appealing to the president to inform the Netherlands government to enable them get support as professionals returning home. The president commended them for the way and manner they organized themselves in Holland, while admitting that he was quite impressed during his last visit to Holland. He noted that the success of the visit was an outcome of their working together as Sierra Leoneans, organizing a specific town hall meeting that was attended by many. He said that everybody has the fervent belief that if they are to sustain the relationship, they all should meet their own side of the responsibility of Sierra Leoneans in Holland, the business community, and the government of Sierra Leone. President.
There is one program with the IOM on the run in Holland, supported by the Dutch Foreign Ministry, who the ambassador is also fully aware of. They call on TRQN. In short, they say the temporary return of qualified nationals. This is a program where they assist professionals in we get certificates or degrees for come home and support the capacity building of a country. In the past 3 years, the program did exist, but the program shut down and reasons for XYZ reasons. And now we don't continue to lobby as part of the post-Ebola reconstruction process. We need a letter from the government of Sierra Leone to the Dutch ministry for appeal that Sierra Leone be indicated or be added, included in the list of countries where for enjoy the next year KM program where it starts this year. We don't try to forget Sierra Leone at the list. The potential for less Sierra Leone on the list is big. But again, we need a letter. With that letter, I guarantee you, and I guarantee you now all, that Sierra Leone will be added into that program, and that will give you access for these thousands of diaspora in the way they want to come home, who can help the reconstruction process, capacity building. They will come. And I'm very sure when they come, they will do big things, just like my brother. He's a doctor.
President Koroma noted with dismay that unfortunately he returned to Sierra Leone, Ebola struck the country. He went on that the outbreak put aside the kind of programs they have set as a government and the high expectations that even the investors had for the country. The president, however, said that even with the outbreak, they were able to respond as a union to the country's call for support, for which his government is very grateful. The president expressed delight that at the moment, things are getting back to normal, as the country has been declared Ebola-free, although the effects of Ebola will be there for some time. President Koroma noted that in addition to the 3,500 friends and relatives the country has lost, they have the survivors facing challenges including health, community, parental issues, and stigmatization issues government has to handle. He assured them of his confidence that the resilience Sierra Leoneans have shown will give them a lot of hope that sooner rather than later the country will get back to normalcy on the road towards developing Sierra Leone. He said that the process is not going to be overnight, which all should understand as a nation. The president said that the steps that they have taken are very encouraging and they hope that they will hold on to that. President Koroma added that they have also sought ways out there by which they will come in and establish institutions that will help to sustain the relationship. This, the president said, has been demonstrated in the school which they have established. President Nkrumah said that the project is very important and very commendable, and that they did as a group to come and not only train Sierra Leoneans but equip them with skills that will provide them with the basis with which they will be able to feed with the institutional requirements of the investors. This, he pointed out, will clearly create a sustainable environment within which the activity of people coming and supporting them will generate some kind of export facility that will support the industries established out there. The president assured the union that as a government, they will try as much as possible to give support to them. President Nkrumah said that government will be more than happy to get Sierra Leoneans qualified out there to come to the country and give support to building the country. He affirmed that they have had those programs in the past and that a good number of people have benefited from them, especially when they have opened the office of the diaspora. The president said he is sure that the victory over Ebola and looking forward in terms of new requirements and needs they get to transform Sierra Leone, they will definitely work through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to ensure that they send out a letter that will make Sierra Leone be included in the list of countries that do participate in the process. He urged them to collaborate with the Office of the Diaspora to see how they could strengthen the effort so that at the end of the day, they will have a policy. President Nkrumah pointed out that he is proud of the strides they have taken as a government to ensure that transparency prevails in the country, saying that as a government, they have gone a long way in developing the country.
Before Ebola coming, Niamey could be able to position itself as the country with the second fastest growing economy in the world. For a country that is coming from war, for make you get that position is commendable. We're able to position ourselves as a country we the fastest reforming countries in terms of promoting good governance, human rights and democracy, and we've been known to gain marks in all of it. The Ibrahim Index, you look at the World Bank Index, you look at in terms of doing business, we've been on the lead. There was no doubt on it. So we only do the good things, and these are the stories we have to continue to tell the world about the progress we are making. But I think we all get a responsibility as Sierra Leoneans for relay that story there. And it is not just politics all the time. People believe that by telling even the bad things that they have in the country, you are exposing the government. Telling the things that are not happening out there, deliberately misinforming the public, they put the government under pressure. But you see, communication is so quick now, and the way for verifying is out there. Because even at the height of fighting Ebola, when we as a government, we don't say that will be transparent, that will be accountable, make nobody not eat the Ebola funds. Now we organize an audit, the audits come out, people are out there shouting, oh, the government don't embezzle, oh, don't send money to Sierra Leone, the government don't eat this, you don't eat that. But as I tell you now, during the meetings, even whilst we have been the shout, the loudest out there for saying they not bring money, and the time Sierra Leone gets the highest chunk in terms of contribution, because they know the facts. They look at it, they know that in terms of structures and arrangements, that will be get the best in terms of the fight and everything. And we are the first country where say now examine ourselves in terms of the forms we they provide. The other countries state they anything come up, but we are doing it because we are committed to transparency and accountability. We don't do it because I want for anybody vote for me again. We do it because we are committed to it. And the strides we don't take for make we open up and become transparent and accountable. We are proud of the strides that we don't take. And we are not ashamed of it. And we are boastful about it. No other person, check the records.